We are back in Cedar City, Utah. We are at the America First Event Center, which holds 5,300, and today it's Southern Utah and Montana State. First meeting between these two teams outside of the Big Sky. Southern Utah leaving for the WAC. This is their first year in the WAC. All right, let's take a look at this Southern Utah team and see why they're going to be in hot water today. Brought to you by Mountain Hot Tub. Mountain Hot Tub is Montana's largest hot tub dealer since 1979. Your authorized hot spring spa dealer with locations in Bozeman, Butte, and Helena. Their strength is their offense, 92 points per game. They are shooting 49% from the field overall, and they are +9 in the rebounding battle. Tavian Williams is their leading scorer at 22 points per game. He's in the starting lineup today. Maison Fawcett, another guy who's very experienced here, over 1,000 career points. He averaged 8 points a game against the Cats last year. He's 6'5" in the front court, big-time motor. And Jason Spurgeon, another guy who's now a second-year starter. He scored 14 points against Montana State here in this building last season, so another guy who can really do some damage. Some of the keys to the game presented by Kendall Ford. Cats got to clean up the turnovers for sure. Let's see if they can clean up the free throws as well. That has been an issue for Montana State recently. And then can they start knocking down their open looks? We heard it from Danny Sprinkle today. We've heard it from him multiple times now. This is a Cats offense that is getting good looks. They just need to start knocking them down. That will come maybe tonight's the night, and we will find out in just a bit. One final break. When we get back, we're ready to roll with the starting lineups and tip-off. Montana State and Southern Utah coming up after this timeout. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. After 3 straight losses up in Canada, Montana State hopes a familiar road contest can get them back on track today. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Galogly. A pleasure to be with you tonight as Montana State gets set to take on Southern Utah University, the Thunderbirds, in their first year outside of the Big Sky after moving to the WAC this summer. Time to take a look at the starting lineups before we get to our prime lending tip-off today. For the Cats, same starting lineup we've seen throughout the year. Darius Brown is in the backcourt as the point guard. His fellow guards, Raekwon Battle and Tyler Patterson. And in the front court, Sam Lecolot at the 4, and Jabril Bello is the center. On the other side for Southern Utah, no surprises in their starting lineup today. Drake Allen is their new point guard who just transferred over from JUCO. He's averaging 3.5 assists per game. Tevion Jones is their leading scorer at 22 points per game, one of the top scorers in the nation. Elsewhere in the front court for them, Harrison Butler, a very experienced player who's playing in his 131st game at Southern Utah. Mason Fawcett, another very good scorer at 11 points per game, and their center is 6'11", Jason Spurgeon. All right, before we get to our prime lending tip-off, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Bobcat Basketball.
Today's tip-off is brought to you by Clark & Clifford Jewelers. Thank you, Clark & Clifford Jewelers, for being a proud supporter of Thunderbird basketball. Remember, Clark & Clifford Jewelers.
I'm Keaton Galogly. Back in the studios is John O'Connor, and this is Bobcat Basketball. Montana State set to take on the Southern Utah University Thunderbirds. Cats coming in at 3-5 on the season. Thunderbirds are 4-3. We are at the America First Event Center, a very modest, really nice arena here in Cedar City. One level, about 20 to 30 rows, go straight up from the floor, and it seats about 5,300. We remind you that all assists are presented by Aware Mental Health Services, and all three-point field goals are sponsored by Wendy's. And we are now ready for our prime lending tip-off. Prime lending, home loans made simple. The Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. Spurgeon and Bello are at center court. Montana State in the traditional navy blue uniforms. Gold and white trim coming down the side of the shorts as well as at the bottom of the shorts. Gold Montana State written in crunched block capitalized letters on the front of the jersey with the numbers below that. Gold numbers on the back, while Southern Utah is in the home white with the Thunderbird logo on the front, red numbers on the bottom, and red numbers and lettering on the back. The ball is tossed in the air, and the tip is won by Southern Utah, and we are underway in Cedar City today. Thunderbirds with the basketball to our right. Fawcett out on the right wing, looking to find the post, finds Spurgeon, spins with the left-handed hook shot. That's no good off the glass, working against Jabril Bello, and the Cats clear the rebound quickly. Montana State and Southern Utah scoreless to start this game. Cats with their first possession of the day. Tyler Patterson lobs into the post, left side, Bello. Outside of the lane on the block, backing down, gets into the red paint, stops, turns, righty hook, missed it right, little too far out, took that shot from the WAC logo in front of the free throw line, and both teams come up empty on the first possession of the day. Southern Utah with the basketball to our right. Jones with his first touch. Lobs to Allen in the left corner. Works his way down the left block. Has nowhere to go. Picks up the dribble and kicks it out to Butler on the right wing. He turns the corner. Throws it back out. Allen tries a three. That swirls off. No good. He has not shot the three much at all this year. And he comes up empty on his first attempt. No score. 1 minute away. Brown to the cup. Lays it up and in on the left side. Just took his man off the dribble from the top of the key. Got down to the left block. And Brown has the first 2 points of the ball game. Hasn't scored a ton yet for Montana State. Only 4.5 points per game. But able to get to the cup that time. Now quick pass to the cutting Fawcett. And he's able to lay it in. Nice pass from the top of the key. Fawcett, a backdoor cut. Able to get to the rack. We got a 2-2 game. 18:31 to play in the first half. Bello has it out high near the elbow. Soft defense against him. Holds the ball waist high and gets rid of it to Raekwon Battle at the top of the key. Now lob into the post for Lecolot, right block, working on Jones. Bit of a mismatch here, backing down into the lane. Turns, lefty hook from the lane, missed it. Got the front iron, sat for a moment and fell off to the left side. Now Fawcett the other way in the right corner. He stepped on the right sideline. Lecolot was back trying to deter. Defensively, he's still a little frustrated that he didn't have the touch on that last hook, trying to take advantage of the mismatch. Little press in the backcourt. Lekelot gets it into Brown. He uses a little speed, gets by his defender, and is now across the timeline. 2 minutes gone, first half. Cats and Thunderbirds tied at 2. Battle off a screen, gets to the elbow, steps back for an elbow jumper. Rimming no, foul underneath. That's going on Southern Utah. Gave Bello a shove. That foul will go on Harrison Butler. Simpkins Holland believes in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have been met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Holland, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946. Inbounds pass to Bello. He works down to the right baseline, trying to back down, gets into the lane, spins left shoulder, puts it off the glass, too strong. Lekelot the offensive board, back up with the right hand. That's no good, could not finish. He wanted a foul, didn't get the call. Southern Utah with the rebound, trying to run. Pass out to the left wing. Butler will line it up, working against Brown. Brown backs off slightly now, and Butler can set up the Southern Utah offense. 17:25 to go in the first half. Montana State and Southern Utah tied at 2. Hand off to Jones at the top. He's their leading scorer. Gets to the elbow, tries the jumper, and skies it in. Tevion Jones, the transfer from the University of Illinois, has been here now 3 seasons. Thought about going pro last year, but the injury he had at the end of last season kind of influenced to have him come back, and what a year it's been. His first 2 points. Montana State down 4-2. 17 minutes to go in the first half. Brown steps into an open 3. Got it. Darius Brown starting to find some offense. He's got all 5 points for Montana State in the early going. Wide open look. That's something the Cats have missed a lot this year. But Darius Brown taking care of business on the outside. Allen has the ball. Throws to Jones on the left wing. Back to Allen at the top, who's running the point. Just transferred over from Snow College. He's a Salt Lake City kid. Moves left around a screen. Allen into the lane. Stops mid-post left side. Looking to get rid of it. His pass is tipped, but recovered by Butler. Only 3 to shoot. Butler to the right elbow. Contested 3. Falling away. Missed it short. Bello the rebound. Good defensive set that time by Montana State. Bobcats into the front court to our left. Brown, who thought about another open 3, turned it down early in the shot clock. Goes over to the right wing for Raekwon Battle. Works down into the right corner, picks up the dribble, gives to Lekelot on the right elbow. Bounce pass into the post, Bello on the right side. Spins around his man, gets to the cup, and a 2-hand slam. First bucket for Jabril Bello. Left his man in the dust and had a clean 2-hand dunk. First 2 points for Bello today. Montana State up 7-4. 15:45 to play in the first half. Lob over to the left wing. Toss up to the top. Jones has it. Drives and a hand check. That will be charged on Raekwon Battle, his first. He did run into a little foul trouble in that last game against Middle Tennessee. Caleb Fuller and Great Osobor will check in when we get back from this timeout. 15 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the first half. Montana State up 7-4 over Southern Utah. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. provides you with a way to build the skills your child needs to be successful. ParentingMontana.org, tools for your child's success. Darius Brown, the offensive motor for the Cats in the early going. He's already got 5 points. He put up 7 total points in the trip up north to Canada, so nice to see him knocking down some shots. They've already gotten Jabril Bello a couple of touches. He's 1 of 3 from the field, has 2 points so far and 2 rebounds. Bello started to find a groove up in Canada, averaged 16 points and 7 rebounds in those 3 games. Southern Utah with the ball, 15 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the first half. Montana State leading 7-4. Thunderbirds with the ball to our right in the home white unis. Allen around a screen, gets inside, lays it up, no good. Patrick McMahon, good defense, staying straight up, deterring that shot. Cats have the ball after another stop. Brown takes it to the top. Thought about a 3, turns it down, gives to Fuller. Back to Brown beyond the perimeter. Now drives inside, kicks out to the left corner. Fuller for 3, got it. Caleb Fuller putting it in. Nice work by Brown. That's a beautiful find. And Caleb Fuller has his first 3 points. Montana State up 10-4. Cats knocked down their second 3 of the day. Fawcett at the top, working for Southern Utah. Now to Jones on the right wing. Comes left around a screen, puts up the top side 3, got it to go. Contested shot. Patrick McMahon went over the screen, stayed right in his grill, and Tavion Jones still found a way to put it in. He's knocking down 36% of his long-range attempts. He's 41% overall and scoring over 20 points a game. Montana State leads 10-7. 14:30 to go in the first half. Fuller backing down mid-post left side. Shoulder in his defender's chest. Turns lefty hook off the glass. Got it to go. Banged off the top of the white square. Caught the front iron and rimmed in. Caleb Fuller 5 quick points off the bench today. Montana State up 12-7. 14:15 to go first half. Southern Utah with the basketball. Backing down now on the right block. That was a travel. Yep, there it is. Spurgeon kind of had the chair pulled out from underneath him. Osobor backed up just a little bit, and Spurgeon shuffled both of his feet to keep his balance. Nice work by great Osobor. Cats forced the turnover. Second turnover by Southern Utah. No turnovers so far for Montana State after they had 20-plus in that last ball game. Robert Ford into the ball game now, running the point for the Cats. Standing out at the center logo. Here's to Osobor out high, then down to Fuller again, going to work on the left block. Pump fake, gets down to inside the paint, nowhere to go. Wisely gets rid of it. 10 to shoot. McMahon behind the back dribble, has to get rid of it also. Up to Ford. 5 to shoot. Ford on the drive into the lane. Runner short off the front iron, and Southern Utah has the rebound. Jones from left to right. Southern Utah down 5. He tries a 3. That's no good off the front iron, and the Cats have the rebound. Ford across the timeline. Montana State with the basketball up 12-7. 13.5 to play in the first. Out to the left wing battle. Down to the post, Osobor. Spins right shoulder, goes to the rack with the left hand, gets through contact, able to finish. Great Osobor, 2 points. And a turnover by Southern Utah. Spurgeon stepped over the baseline, and he's turned the ball over. Cats get it back, finding a little momentum. They're up by 7. Just over 13 minutes to go in the first half. And Montana State is up 14-7. Good energy. They've been crisp in the early going. Lob into Osobor, the baseline. On the left side, back to the basket, banging bodies with his defender. Slips inside, goes to the cup, floats it. No, but draws the foul. Took it right at his man. Working against Parsa Falah from Iran. Falah's first foul. A nice job by Osobor to get himself to the line. Great. Osobor's trip to Canada had 7.5 points per game. Put up 13 in the opener. Very, very efficient. 8 for 11 from the field in those 3 games. First shot from Osobor is good. Really looking like a true heir apparent to Jabril Bello. We're obviously not selling Bello out of town too early, but nice when you have that type of experience and youth in the front court like that. And Osobor has taking another step this year. Next shot is up and good. He puts them both through. Osobor only shooting 61% from the free throw line, but he puts both of those in. He's got 4 points. Montana State leads 16-7 over Southern Utah. 13 minutes left in the first half. Jones draws a hand check. Pat McMahon knew it, kind of got his forearm up into the armpit area of Jones. And the other part about that, too, Jones kind of felt it and went into it. You can kind of, embellish isn't the right word, but when you feel that contact, you can kind of go into it and make sure that it's enough to draw the foul. It's a smart play by Jones. Picks up the foul on McMahon. Southern Utah will inbound to their own offensive zone. Quick lob out to Fala at the top. Handoff over on the left wing. Anderson now running the point. Bond Anderson, who was teammates with Brown over at CSUN for a year. Butler down to the free throw line, kicks out to the left wing. His pass tipped. Robert Ford has the steal. 1-on-2 in transition. Ford weaves through the lane and gets back out to the perimeter to set up the offense. Now to the left wing, has an open three. Tries it? No, that's short off the front iron. Southern Utah with the basketball. Montana State up 16-7. 12.5 to play in the first. Healy on the right wing, throws up to Butler at the top, then gives to Tavion Jones. He's guarded by McMahon. Jones with the dribble, throws into the left corner, now bounce pass into the post. Working on Bella on the left block, has to get rid of it up to Butler. Tries a topside three, bricked it, missed it right. Funny rebound, Fala got it. He's in the restricted area and lays it up and in. Just took a funny bounce. Fala able to finish. And now the officials coming together. I think the shot clock reset when maybe it shouldn't have, and I'm not sure what time that shot clock was at when he had picked it up. So they're talking about the shot clock right now, and they're going to probably try to figure out what they saw and then go try to confirm or deny that at the monitor, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Both teams are going to go huddle up at their bench. The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites is a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics, the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com to book your stay today. Looking forward and around Montana State athletics on the women's side back in Bozeman, Cats have a healthy 20-10 lead against South Dakota State, a very good team. That's at the end of the first quarter. We've got the second round playoff game coming up. That is coming up on Saturday. That'll be a 1 o'clock kick. We'll be on the air at noon. All right, they're going to take a media timeout here, so we will take a break as well. 12 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the first half. Montana State leading Southern Utah 16-9. They're currently in a review. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. Just 3 servings of Steri a day improves overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you are staying strong and healthy on and off the field. Inbounds coming from Southern Utah. Lob out into the backcourt. Ooh, that could have been an over and back. I don't know that Allen had fully gotten back there. He works his way now into the lane. Little bump, no call, then got blocked. Great Osobor puts it along the baseline. Another block for Great Osobor, his 7th of the season. 8:53 remaining in the first half. Montana State up 23-11. Southern Utah hasn't gotten much going on the offensive end. Spurgeon trying to step through, spins, lefty hook, good and one. A little touch foul there. First foul on Osobor. How to put Jason Spurgeon to the line. Stands at 6'11", the Australian native. Listed as a sophomore, but he's in his 3rd year and a 2nd-year starter. Averages 11 a game. Had 14 here in Cedar City against Montana State in the first meeting last season. His free throw is good. So got the bucket to go, completes the 3-point play, now full court press. Cats turn it over, layup on the right side. No, and they call the foul. Sam Lekalot called for the foul. First foul on Sam, and that turnover stings. 2 turnovers by the Cats in the last minute or so. 8:37 remaining in the first half. And D. Barnes is going to the line. First free throw is no good from Barnes, the senior from Maryland. 3rd year here at Southern Utah, transferred after 2 years at Mount St. Mary's. Playing 18 minutes a game, 5 points a game. Struggled at the free throw line this year. 2nd free throw is good. He's now 2 for 6 on the season. Montana State up 23-15, 8:37 to go, and a bad pass. Allen picks it up and dunks it home, and a timeout called by Montana State. Raekwon Battle bounced it right to his man. Boy, bad turnover there by Montana State. Know what's below, tap, clicker, call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana811.org. This timeout presented by Prime Lending. Home loans made simple. For Montana State, 3 of 6 from the 3-point line. All 3-point field goals sponsored by Wendy's. Cats have only 1 assist on 9 field goals. All assists presented by Aware Mental Health Services. We're sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading 23-17 over Southern Utah, but 3 quick turnovers in the last 60 or so seconds. And some bad turnovers, some miscommunication to the backcourt. And this is what stung the Cats against Middle Tennessee. Sam Lekalot will inbound, man-to-man, full-court press by Southern Utah. Is helping to get them back into the game, back to a 6-point contest. Into Battle in the corner, lob pass over the left sideline, Brown. Long pass ahead to the right wing for Patterson. The Cats break it clean that time. Brown lines it up at the top of the key. Takes it over to the left wing. Back around the screen, turns to the free throw line, kicks out to Lekalot. Nowhere to go, now pass into the post. Osobor left block, 8 to shoot, backing down on his man 7. Gets into the middle of the lane and traveled. Didn't keep that pivot foot down, good easy call. Back to Southern Utah, and they're starting to find a rhythm now. Montana State leading 23-17. Bounce pass, down low, taken away. Darius Brown got in the passing lane. Cats the other way, up to Lekalot at the top, into the left corner. Tyler Patterson for 3, too strong. Rebound, tipped out of bounds. Southern Utah couldn't hang on, and the Cats take the ball back. Montana State has led by as many as 12 today. That lead has been cut to 6. We will take a break. Montana State leading at Southern Utah 23-17 with 7:48 to go in the first half, but Southern Utah with some momentum here. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this timeout. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. Montana State reeling just a little bit here. They lead 23-17 over Southern Utah with 7:48 to play in the first half, but Southern Utah on a 6-0 run. I'm Keaton Galogly, back with you from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position today. Montana State, one of their last 4 from the field, so starting to slow down a little bit now. It's Montana State basketball. Cats ready to inbound. Lob out to Lekalot on the right elbow. Bounce pass inside, it's picked off. Stolen by Southern Utah. Out to the right wing. Barnes will set it up. Works his way down into the right corner, throws back up to the top. Healy into the lane, stops, bounce pass underneath. Blocked by Lekalot, and they call a jump ball. Nicely done by Sam Lekalot to get up, and he palms the basketball to force the jump ball call. Montana State basketball. Lekalot, though, will take a seat after that turnover, and Caleb Fuller into the ball game along with Patterson, Battle, Osibor, and Brown. Full court man-to-man press. Bounce pass stolen off the inbounds pass. 6 turnover by the Cats, and Healy drains a 3. It's a 3-point game. Cats are up by 12 just a moment ago. More pressure again into Raekwon Battle. He lobs ahead along the right sideline for Fuller. Slows it down over on the right wing. Out to the top for Brown. We've seen Montana State handle presses before this year, specifically that Long Beach State game. Down to the right block, Osibor back into the lane, kicks to the top. Patterson lets it fly. That's short off the front iron, missed the 3-point attempt. Montana State's missed a couple now. Now the other way, Southern Utah into the game. Out to the left wing, tries a 3, no good, but Patterson got bumped into Healy. Patterson will be hit for the foul. Looked like his screener kind of pushed him in to Cameron Healy. So Healy's going to get 3 free throws here. Oh, no, not Healy. Rather, Spurgeon. So it was Patterson trying to run through Spurgeon. That's where the call was. Patterson to the bench, Osibor to the bench. Ford is on along with Brown, so you get a few more ball handlers here, along with Battle, Fuller, and Bello. First free throw coming. That is no good on the front end of the 1-and-1. But after Southern Utah got the rebound, Caleb Fuller called for a foul as he bumped his man, Maison Fawcett. So second foul on Fuller after he couldn't box his man out. And great Osibor will check back in quickly again. It's a 9-0 run here for Southern Utah. Montana State just a moment ago was up by 12. That was only 2 minutes ago, game time. Montana State still up 23-20. But Fawcett going to the line. Ready for a 1-and-1. 78% free throw shooter, the front end. Rimming around, falls off, and Osibor has the rebound for Montana State. Cats up 23-20. But they are reeling. They need to find some offense here. Down into the post, Bello. We got a whistle, a foul, and an injury. So Bello's man, Jason Spurgeon, kind of hovered over him there, and Bello came up and hit him in the jaw with his head. It was obviously totally unintentional, but he was hovering over Bello. Bello went up and caught him in the jaw. So Spurgeon injured. They stopped the play midstream. The officials are talking about it. I don't know what they're talking about. Spurgeon was over the top of Bello. Bello stood up, and the back of his head hit Spurgeon in the jaw. So they're talking about it right now. They didn't call a foul. There shouldn't be a foul. I'm surprised they're even taking a look at it here. I mean, I don't know what Bello's supposed to do. He just stood up, and the man's jaw was right there. If anything, Spurgeon shouldn't be that far on top of Bello. So they're taking a look at this, I guess, to see if they should award a foul here. But, I mean, I'm not really afraid to say that 100% that should not be called a foul. I saw it pretty clearly. So they'll take a look at it. And if they were to call a foul, I mean, that would not be a good call. But they're going to take a look at this thing right now. And again, Bello had his back to the basket. Spurgeon was kind of on his shoulder, like leaning over him. And Bello was down low calling for the ball as he kind of stood up to get his positioning to be a bigger target. Well, he stood up and Spurgeon's head was over Bello's, and the back of Bello's head hit Spurgeon in the jaw. Now they are calling the other official over to check in here. There's no intent. Obviously incidental contact. It was the back of Bello's head. Who's using their head to hit somebody like that? At First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. Okay, they've all looked at it. Now they're talking about it. I'm shocked they're even taking this much time to look at it, which doesn't bode well for Montana State. Right now, the assistant coaches from Montana State are looking with their eyes and eyebrows squinched, saying, how could you possibly be even looking at this play? If anything, call Spurgeon for the foul for being draped over Bello. I'm shocked they're even still talking about this. Standing just at the top of the head of the Thunderbird in center court. There was no arm, there was no elbow. It was the head of Bello that hit Spurgeon in the jaw. So they're still talking about this play. And we're just waiting for them to make a decision. All three of the officials have already taken a look at the monitor. Calling over the coaches. Each coach has an official. Two of the officials are talking to Danny Sprinkle here. No signal has been made. There's being an explanation made to Danny. The assistants hover around there and take a listen. Trying to read some body language here from Sprinkle. Hasn't really tipped his cards here as they reviewed some contact between Bello and Spurgeon that live looked extremely incidental. I don't know how or why you could call any form of an infraction on here. And now we've been sitting here, the body language isn't looking great for the Cats. Are they going to call something on Bello? Haven't seen any word yet. Andy Hill in there as well. I think they're going to call something. Coach Haslip coming over as well. Why? How could you possibly call something on a play like that? Spurgeon was over the top of Bello, and now they're going to the scorer's table. And they're making, I think they're making a call. Band playing some music, cheerleaders doing their thing. The student section's in pajamas today. So they're just making some noise as the officials discuss things with the scorer's table. Still waiting. I think they're making a call, which is just shocking. Again, Bello was trying to set up and post up, make himself big, and Spurgeon was hung over the top of him, and as he stood up, Spurgeon's jaw hit him in the back of the head. What in the world could Bello possibly do? How in the world could you possibly make that call? 2 personal fouls? I think they called 2 personal fouls on that. What do we got? It's hard to hear the PA, so I'm still not 100% sure. Bello is walking back to the locker room. Has Bello been ejected from this game? Oh, boy. There's free throws coming here for Spurgeon. That is an absolute embarrassment of a call. First free throw is good for Spurgeon. What in the world is Bello supposed to do? He's lining up to take to try to get his positioning, and Spurgeon was draped all over him. And as he came up, the back of his head hit Spurgeon in the jaw. Both free throws are good. Still, yeah, they've given Bello the foul. He is back in the locker room now. All it says is just a personal foul, so I'm not 100% sure what the official call was, but either way, even giving any form of a foul call there is an absolute disgrace to the game and an embarrassment of officiating. There is absolutely nothing more that Jubrile Belo could do. His defender was all over his back, and as he stood up, the back of his head hit his defender in the jaw. Layup is good for Southern Utah. That is just embarrassing for the game and should be looked at by the conference. McMahon the other way, that's a charge. Easy call. Spurgeon was standing there all day. And McMahon has picked up a second foul. So I think, well, Bello certainly got called for a foul. It only said a personal foul. I could not hear the PA. We don't have a PA feed. Nobody's coming up and telling us what that is. It just says a personal foul, nothing more on the stat sheet. So hopefully Bello's okay and he's going to be coming back in. This was just to get attended to, but Brett, the trainer, is still on the bench. Three from the top of the key is no good. That last bucket, by the way, has put Southern Utah on top, 24-23, with 5:50 remaining in the first half. Now they've called a foul on Spurgeon underneath, trying to get positioning with Great Osobor. His second. They called that a flagrant 2? They called that a flagrant 2 on Jubrile Belo. That is a shock, and I hope the league and the NCAA looks at that. Raekwon Battle lining up a topside 3, and that's good. Raekwon Battle good from 3 at the top of the key, his first bucket. I am blown away, and what a distraction, and what was so useless, completely useless and embarrassing. That should not have been a call. These officials should absolutely be reprimanded. This needs to be looked at by the NCAA as Battle gets a block from behind. Loose ball picked up by Southern Utah. Layup no good, and the Cats have the ball back. And now Jubrile Belo is out of the ball game with less than 6 minutes to go in the first half. Osobor spins right shoulder, lefty hook, and that is good. Cats are going to have to come together here, and I hope that Leon Costello says something to the Big Sky and the WAC. And I hope the NCAA sees this. The Big Sky Conference should make a stink about this because that was an atrocious call. Out to the right wing, Southern Utah with the ball. Healy tries a 3. That shot's no good. Fight for the rebound, tipped out, and the Cats have it. So Montana State facing some embarrassing officiating. The Cats have to go back to work. Bounce pass underneath Ford. Kicks it out to the right corner. Battle for 3. Got it. Raekwon Battle, pair of 3s. Couple of words back to the Southern Utah bench. Cats getting angry after a awful call, and Southern Utah into the front court. Montana State back in front, 31-24. 4:29 to play in the first half. Fawcett to the right wing. Handoff there. Coming the other way. Butler has to throw it back up to the top. Fawcett has it poked away, and it's stolen by the Cats. Osobor tipped it. Battle the other way. Floater in the lane. That's no good. And a foul on Ford going after the rebound. First foul on Robert Ford. 10th team foul on the Cats, so that'll send everybody the other way. And now Montana State playing from behind without Jubrile Belo. After one of the worst calls I've ever seen calling basketball at a Division I level for about 15 years. Cameron Healy at the line. His first free throw is due. And that shot is good. Healy now 3 for 3 from the free throw line on the season. Montana State led by 12. Southern Utah came back with forcing a couple of turnovers and then that flagrant 2. Next shot is up. Healy's shot is good. 5 points for Cameron Healy. But Montana State played a little angry after they just got rolled over by the Zebras today. And Montana State faces the full court pressure here with 4:13 to go in the first half, leading 31-26. Ford jump pass ahead to Brown. He races across the half-court line, slows down at the free throw line. Wide open, Jay. No! Offensive rebound. Osobor back up, can't get it to go, and a foul called as he got shoved from behind. Falah picks up his 3rd. That'll get Montana State to the stripe. Montana State up 31-26 over Southern Utah with 4 minutes to play in the first half. Bobcat basketball is brought to you by Kendall Ford Lincoln of Bozeman, a proud sponsor of Montana State Athletics. From your seat at the game to your driver's seat, enjoy every minute when you're ready for something new. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. First free throw is good on the front end. Osobor having a nice half. He's got 7 points. Gazalus in, Lekalot taking a seat. And the next shot is good. Osobor puts them both in. Nicely done by great Osobor. Southern Utah with the ball. Montana State up 33-26. 3:55 remaining in the first half. Handoff over on the left wing. Deng Dutt making his first appearance of the year. Takes it to the right wing. Comes left around a screen to the top. Throws back up to the top of the key for Butler. He tries to drive, and a whistle and a foul on the floor for a hand check against Nick Gazalus, and that will take us to a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading 33-26 over Southern Utah with 3:41 to go in the first half. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading 33-26 over Southern Utah. 3 minutes 41 seconds to go in the first half. Jabril Bello ejected from the game with a flagrant 2. We just went back and looked at the replay, and it was just as we expected. So a couple of free throws coming here for Harrison Butler of Southern Utah. So Bello was trying to set up and get posted up on the left side of the lane, kind of mid-post. And Spurgeon was draped all over his left shoulder. First free throw is good for Butler. Well, he was leaning over the top of him so heavily, and Bello kind of stood up and kind of threw his head back a little bit as he was trying to get to space. Next free throw by Butler is good. And Spurgeon, again, was leaning all the way over the top of him. They called the flagrant 2 on that whip of the head back, and he hit him in the jaw, and they eject Jabril Bello. There needs to absolutely be consequences for these officials as the ball is tipped out of bounds. And staying, going to Southern Utah. I thought that got tipped by Southern Utah, so it will be Southern Utah ball. Now the officials come together. These three officials need to be reprimanded. We need an accountability for that call. Jabril Bello ejected for one of the worst calls I've ever seen calling Division I basketball for a decade and a half. Just absolutely embarrassing. Southern Utah will inbound here. Why would somebody use their head as a weapon? That makes no sense. And why would Spurgeon have his head so far over the top of Bello's back? Southern Utah to inbound. Lob into the lane. Alley-oop. How was that Southern Utah's ball? That looked so tipped by the Thunderbirds. Montana State up 33-30. Cats basketball with 3:27 to play in the first half, facing a world of adversity here. Montana State ball. Gonzalez hands off. Brown tries to respond with three and does. Darius Brown gets it to go from the left wing. His second three of the day. Cats up 36-30. 3:11 to play in the first half. Dutt on the right wing. Works his way to the free throw line and falls and traveled. Just lost his balance. Serving all your garage door needs, SoreTech is raising the door on quality. Montana State's going to have to face this full court press again. They've had a lot of trouble with it. 9 turnovers here, and most of that coming from about midway through this first half. Ford ready to inbound. Inbounds pass to Battle. He's doubled. Jump pass out of it to Brown. He takes it across the timeline. 3-on-2. Pulls up wide open free throw line jumper, and that's good. Darius Brown rolling his best offensive game as a Cat already. He's up to 13 points in the first half. Montana State up 38-30. 6:45 to go in the first half. Healy at the top. Lobs over to the right elbow. Fawcett hands it off to Jones at the top of the key. He tries to line up with 3. That jump shot is no good from the top, and it's out of bounds. Cats basketball. Davion Jones, for the most part, has been bottled up today. 5 points on 2 of 3 shooting. Just hasn't really even been able to get his looks today. Montana State leading by 8, 2:29 to go in the first half. No Jabril Bello as bounce pass got kicked. Boy, no call, and Cats have it. Battle on the left wing. Spins, and an offensive foul. He was spinning. I don't know what is going on here. Battle called for the foul. His second. Looking at the replay here on this. Oh, they're showing the Battle or the Bello call. Oh, man, they just showed a different angle than we had up top, and it looks even worse from the baseline in terms of the call. Man, I hope there's some accountability. There's not going to be. They're not going to tell us, but there absolutely should be, and hopefully there's some oversight for what we witnessed because Jabril Bello just got screwed out of a game. From the right elbow, Jones kicks out to the right corner. Here's a 3. That's good. D. Barnes rolling now. Jabril Bello called for a flagrant 2, ejected from the game when a defender was draped over his shoulder, and as he stood up and put his head back, hit him in the bottom of the jaw, and for that, they ejected him. Patterson at the top, hands off to Gonzalez. Now to Ford, just dropped the ball, nearly went over and back. It did not. Cats keep it to Gonzalez. Left corner 3, ring it up. Cats leading 41-32 after Gonzalez puts a 3 in. His first bucket today. He did not score in Canada, gets his first points on this road trip. Healy on the right elbow, into the lane, spins, floats it up, that's no good. Osobor the rebound. Montana State up 41-32. Facing 5 white defenders and 3 additional defenders in the black and white. Brown to the left elbow, tries another jumper, swirls off the rim, open look, didn't fall. Brown 5 of 7 from the field today. Montana State up 9. Southern Utah with the basketball, bouncing to the post on the right block. Fawcett backing down, gets up there with the left hand, no good. Osobor had the defense, Ford has the rebound. Good D by great Osobor, who will be relied upon here after the Bello ejection. Into the left corner. Up to the top, Brown. Cats have it, leading 41-32. Final minute of the first half. Brown eating a little clock here. Comes left around the screen to the left wing. Stops, kicks into the right corner. Patterson lets it fly. Got it. Tyler Patterson from downtown puts home the 3 ball. His first points of the day. Montana State back with a double-digit advantage. Up 44-32. 33 seconds left in the first half, and a timeout called by Southern Utah. Big-time 3 ball by Tyler Patterson. All 3-point field goals presented by Wendy's. Montana State, 7 assists on 16 field goals. All assists are presented by Aware Mental Health Services. The Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. So a quick timeout here by Southern Utah. 34 seconds left in the first half. 25 seconds on the shot clock. And Southern Utah will line it up here. So Montana State should get another possession here. And Southern Utah ready to inbound to the left sideline. D. Barnes with the honors right in front of the Cats bench. Barnes throws into the left corner. Butler tosses it back out to the left wing. They'll eat a little clock here. Now 20 seconds on the shot clock, 28 seconds left in the first half. Cameron Healy from Australia has the dribble. 10 seconds to shoot. Guarded by Ford on the left wing. Calls up the screen with 7. Fires into the post. Butler by himself. Two-hand jam. Boy, he got lost. Breakdown defensively. 9 seconds left in the first half. Cats with it. 6 seconds left in the first half. Brown into the front court to the top 3. Gets to the elbow. Tries the jumper. Swirls home. Darius Brown ends the first half with an exclamation point. The best offensive day Darius Brown has had in the blue and gold of Montana State. 15 first half points. Montana State leads it 46-34. Take it on Southern Utah and all 3 officials after that flagrant 2 ejected Jabril Bello today. We'll take a break. Montana State leading Southern Utah on the road 46-34. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. That has gone on to the first half. The Cats have a resilient 12-point lead, but first we got to touch on this flagrant 2 that Jabril Bello was called for. He was trying to post up down on the left block. The defender was draped over his left shoulder. Could have called the defender for a foul in that moment, and he was so far over the top of the shoulder and the back of Bello that his head was over the top of Bello's head, and as Bello stood up, the back of his head hit his defender's jaw. They didn't call anything initially. Then they went back at the video, looked at the video. They gave him a flagrant 2 and have ejected him from the game. To read the rule book, a flagrant 2 foul is 2 shots in the ball. The player is ejected from the game. The Rules Committee added more words to describe this scenario, including brutal, harsh, or cruel, or dangerous, or punishing. In no way did that play have any portion of that in it. A flagrant 1 would be contact that is excessive in nature or unnecessary or avoidable, uncalled for, or not required by the circumstances of play. I would argue that that contact was not avoidable at all. All Bello did was stand up. Why is your defender putting his head over the top of another player like that? So a truly atrocious embarrassing call that we witnessed today that takes Jabril Bello out of this ball game today. And beyond all of that, there's a lot of resources that go into getting everybody to everywhere they go throughout the season. These guys work their tails off, connecting flights, commercial flights, days on the road, away from their friends. They spend so much time doing this. They're away from their families over holidays. You miss class. You have to find a way to be a student first, even when you are on the road. You do all of that, and game day is special. Every single person that is involved in sports gets a limited amount of game days. So you just never know when your last is going to come. And every single opportunity you get to compete at the Division I NCAA level is a gift, and it's special, and it should be honored, and it is, something that is really, really important. And these guys work their tails off, not only in the travel, but in the offseason to get here, be ready, and the discipline it takes to be here is otherworldly, and very few people in this world have the discipline it takes to be able to do this. And for a player like Jabril Bello in his senior year to have 25, almost 30 minutes of game time taken away from him today from a call like that is a disgrace to the game, and it is a disservice to the student athlete. And regardless of how this game plays out, that's what happened today. And I hope there's accountability. I hope this is taken a look at. And there's nothing more to do than to go out and win this ball game if you're Montana State. But when it really comes down to it, I feel for Jabril Bello. You make so many sacrifices. You come to a new country like this. He's from England. You come to a new country like this to work hard, to compete, to win championships, to be in between the white lines and get an opportunity to perform for Montana State University. And to have any of that taken away because of an incorrect call like that is a disservice. And again, I hope it's taken a look at, because that was embarrassing, and it's sad, and it's absurd, and I hope something changes. So tough situation with the flagrant 2 and ejection of Jabril Bello today. All right, we'll get you the full rundown of the scoring in a bit. For now, Cats lead at 46-35 over Southern Utah today. Before we get to our break, let's get to our station identification. So let's get to our 10-second station identification. This is Bobcat basketball. I'm Keaton Galogly. John O'Connor is back in the studios today, and Montana State leads it over Southern Utah 46-35. We are at halftime, sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Back after this timeout, this is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. Cedar City, Utah. Montana State today is currently leading Southern Utah 46-35. All right, taking a look at some of the numbers from this first half of action for Montana State. Leading the way, it's Darius Brown, 15 points on 6 of 8 shooting, 3 threes, 4 assists, 2 turnovers. He's been the best player on the floor today. 8 points from Battle, 8 from Osobor, 5 from Caleb Fuller today, 4 from Jabril Bella, who has been ejected by a shameful flagrant 2 call. Tyler Patterson, 3 points today, and 3 points from Nick Gonzalez on 1 Wendy's three-pointer. Overall, Cats went 8 of 13 from the three-point line. All three-point field goals presented by Wendy's. Cats with 7 assists on 17 field goals. All assists presented by Aware Mental Health Services. Montana State 53% from the field, 8 of 13 overall from the 3, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Southern Utah led by Cameron Healy. He's got 7. Harrison Butler has 6. Their leading scorer overall this season is Tavion Jones. He had 5 on 2 of 4 shooting, and Southern Utah went 2 of 10 from the three-point line. We'll take a break. More of the halftime show rolling on after this. Montana State leading Southern Utah 46-35. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. Back of the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading Southern Utah today 46-35. Couple of updates on the First Interstate Bank scoreboard today. On the women's side, Montana State leading South Dakota State 47-43. That game is midway through the third quarter today, and the other game in the Big Sky today has not yet tipped off. Eastern Washington had their game postponed today because of poor weather conditions and poor road conditions out in Utah. They're getting crushed by some snow right now, and so that's what's going on around the Big Sky. All right, we will take one more break. When we get back, we got the start of the second half. Montana State leading Southern Utah 46-35. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. Ready to go for the second half of play. Montana State leading Southern Utah today, 46-35. Jabril Bello has been ejected today due to a flagrant 2 foul, which will hopefully get reviewed. Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. What a game for Darius Brown today. In his career at CSUN, he was averaging about 9 points per game throughout his career. He was a very experienced player, all Big West second-team member in 2021, and a guy who played in 95 games with 93 starts over there. And now this season, it's been a little up and down. He's been banged up, battling a hamstring injury. He had a foot issue over the offseason that slowed things down for him. But today, he has been a star. Darius Brown, 15 points to lead all scorers today. All right, we are underway in the second half of play. Southern Utah with the basketball. They work offensively. 2 hour left. Lob up into the post. That got knocked free, and the Cats take it away. They tried the alley-oop. Cats have numbers as Jones was a little late getting back. Patterson into the right corner. Battle lets it fly from downtown. Got it. Raekwon Battle from 3, putting it home from the right corner. Raekwon Battle now 11 points on the day. That's his 3rd 3. Montana State up 49-35. The other way, Allen puts it in. Drake Allen now with 5 points. Only his 4th 3-point field goal attempt of the season and his first make of the year. Montana State up by 11. Brown to the top. Accelerates into the lane. Stops on the left block. Kicks it back out. That pass tipped and stolen. Jones in transition to the cup. Righty jam. Jones with 7. Averages over 20 a game. Had just 5 in the first half. Montana State up 49-40. They have had 2 separate 12-point leads. They've lost 1. Southern Utah came back to take a brief lead. Cats had a 12-point lead going into half. Battle from the right elbow. Pulls back. The jumper. Rimming. No. And Southern Utah has the rebound. Jones works his way down to the baseline. Lost his balance. Gets it inside, and Spurgeon is there. 7 points for Spurgeon now. Montana State 49, Southern Utah 42, 18:31 to go in the second half. Looking for the post. They find Osborne. No, got tipped free. Turnover. 12th turnover of the day for the Cats. Now the other way. Loose ball. Fighting for it. Loose on the floor. Osborne dives down. We've got a kick ball on Southern Utah. Montana State basketball. Brown got a little undercut there. That's a couple of times the last 2 games we've seen him get undercut going after loose balls. And there haven't been calls on. He's kind of flexing out that left knee. Got a banged up hamstring right now. Coming off the foot injury. Montana State up 49-42. Just over 18 minutes to go in the ball game. Brown across the half-court line. Takes it past the logo, out to the right wing. Hands off to Patterson. Given to Paddles, still beyond the arc. Bounce pass down low to Osborne, just out of the reach. Led him too far. Turnover by the Cats, their 13th. Here comes Southern Utah. Allen throws out to Jones on the right wing. Facing up against Battle. Works his way into the lane. Draws contact, no call. Loose ball picked up, then a foul called. 2 shots coming. Fawcett going to the line. And Darius Brown called for the foul underneath. That'll be Brown's 2nd. Bobcat Basketball is presented by your locally owned and operated McDonald's of Montana. Download the McDonald's app for free. Large fries every men's Cats basketball game day. So free throws here for Maison Fawcett, over 1,000 career points. He was a 2-time All-Big Sky performer before Southern Utah went to the WAC this year. First free throw is no good. They feel like maybe they get an opportunity to kind of level up a little bit in basketball, although I don't know how much. I mean, the top part of the WAC can be pretty good. Football for WAC, they just brought back, so it's in their first year, so they're not bowl or FCS playoff eligible yet. This free throw is good. Montana State facing the full court press. They get the ball into Brown. He's double teamed. Jump pass ahead to Lekalot, and he dribbles the ball across the half court line to break the press. Hand off to Gonzalez, who gets it in the hands of Darius Brown. He drives inside and drew a hand check at the top of the key. Remember, the WAC housed BYU and Utah before they both bolted into bigger spots. The WAC used to be an FBS bowl subdivision football conference. They have now come back first year this year in FCS. Bounce pass down to the left wing. Lekalot has it, gives to Osobor, still beyond the arc. Now into the post, battle on the right block, back to the basket, working on Butler, spins. Fall away Jay on the baseline, short. Tough, low percentage shot. And Southern Utah has the rebound. Butler out to the left wing for the Thunderbirds. Crosses over into the lane, gets inside, floats it. Good. Ooh. Boy, he had a hand in his face. That's a good bucket. That's a tough score. That's why Harrison Butler's over 1,100 in his career. He's got 8 today. Montana State leading 49-45. 3 minutes gone in the second half. Brown to the drive, hands it off for Osobor, and he gets fouled as he goes for the right-hand slam. That foul on Tavion Jones, his first. Sitting in our first Interstate Bank broadcast position today. We're up at the top of the seats at center court. Pretty solid view for a ball game. It's not too high here, about 25-ish rows or so really a pretty good angle. Osobor lining up the free throws here. First shot is up and good. Give him 9 points today. Battle's got 11 tonight. Darius Brown has 15. And Osobor looking to become the third Bobcat into double figures. His shot is up and good. 10 points for great Osobor today. Montana State up 51-45. Just over 17 minutes to go in the ball game. Cats trying to snap a 3-game skid and trying to win their 5th straight in the all-time series against Southern Utah. Spurgeon at the top, hands it off to Allen. Works his way right, takes it to the elbow, gets rid of it out to the right wing. Butler has the dribble. He works his way down into the right corner, backing down on Gonzalez. Double team help. Gets rid of it to Allen on the right wing. 5 to shoot. Allen on the drive. Gets inside. The right-handed finish. Good and one. Darius Brown called to foul on defense. Third foul on Darius Brown. That's going to bring Robert Ford into the ball game. Bucket was good. 1 free throw coming for Allen, who has 7 points today. Averages 8 a game. Overall, this is a Southern Utah team that averages 92 points a game. They had 127 put up against a non-D1 opponent earlier this year. That's part of the reason some of those numbers are so highly inflated. Allen trying to complete the three-point play. This free throw falls off to the right. Osobor clears the rebound. The Cats have the basketball. Montana State up 51-47 against Southern Utah. 16 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first half. Gonzalez, he's got 1 3 under his belt today. Gives to Battle off a screen on the right wing. Looking for the post in Osobor. Bounce pass into him. Osobor backing down to the right block. Spins in the lane. Puts up the floater. Off the heel of the iron. No good. Rebound tipped out. And Osobor has it on the left wing. Fuller tipped it. And Osobor able to win it. Ford into the post for Osobor. Working on the left block. Spins. Lefty layup. Off the glass and in. Scrolled around the rim a moment before it fell in. And great Osobor has a dozen points today. His second double-digit scoring performance on this swing through Canada and Utah. Allen into the lane, going to the cup. Finger roll is good. That hit hard. And Drake Allen starting to find a rhythm now. Cats up by 4. 15 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the first half. And we got a foul. Spurgeon was just all over Osobor. He's putting his palms up, saying, "What can I do?" What was the foul? Well, the foul was you were slapping his ribs on either side. Spurgeon picks up his third foul, and we will head to a break. 15 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the ball game. Montana State up 53-49 over Southern Utah. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. Montana State leading 53-49, 15:43 to go in the second half. No Jabril Bello today. He's been ejected due to a flagrant 2. Go check it out on Twitter if you want. Victor Flores, 406 MT Sports, has tweeted it out, so he's got the video out. Go take a look at it for yourself. I've said enough on it. See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience and second to none. Experienced doctors in advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. Raekwon Battle off an inbounds pass. Buries a top side 3. Raekwon Battle grooving now. He's got 14. Montana State up 56-49 against Southern Utah. Now pass tipped by Ford, but recovered by Southern Utah. Darius Brown sitting on the bench right now with 3 fouls. Butler on the left wing, trying to weave inside, gets into the lane, gets inside, floats it up, and a blocking foul. Oh, that really looked like Butler went into the chest of Osobor, who was still kind of backing up. Tough call on Osobor, his second. It's tough. Obviously, this is my first year doing games for y'all. But I've been doing games a long time, and I haven't really been able to establish the fact that it's rare I talk about the officials. First free throw by Butler is in and out. Basketball gods being kind. I mean, truly, I really don't. It's not a thing I talk about much. Both teams have to deal with it. They work hard. These officials work their tails off, and they're doing their best. Next free throw is up. And no good, he missed them both. And a foul coming over the back by Fawcett, his second. And so that's why, it may sound like it's something I talk about a lot, but the last 2 games, there have been some big calls, and Jabril Bello's been on the wrong end of it, where he had the no call that should have 100% been a foul at the end of the game against Middle Tennessee. We looked at the video. It should have 100% have been a foul. He should have been at the line, down 1 with 2 free throws and less than a second of the clock. And then today, gets one on the more shameful flagrant 2s I've ever seen. Ford throws it back out to Battle. He's fielded from 3. That one no good. Found the heat check at the top of the key, and Southern Utah has the rebound. Jones weaves over to the left wing as Southern Utah works offensively. He drives inside, follow AJ, high off the glass, and good. 9 points for Tavion Jones. Not much more the Cats could do defensively on that. That's why he's averaging over 20 a game. Montana State up 56-51. 14:35 to go in the game. Battle up to the top of the key. Slings it over to the left wing. Ford comes around the screen, gets into the lane, going to the cup, righty layup, too strong off the glass, and they call Osobor for an over the back, his 3rd. Rocky Mountain Credit Union, supporting Bobcat wins for over 75 years and counting. By members' choice, this financial institution is not federally insured. Each account is insured up to $250,000. Montana State leading 56-51, trying to snap a 3-game skid, trying to win the final game of this 4-game swing through Canada and Utah. 5 games overall on this road trip after that North Dakota game. Bounce pass into the post. Falau working on Lekalot, backing down to the right block. Tries to spin left shoulder, reverses the other way, puts up the shot, no good. And Montana State clears the rebound. Ford out on the left wing, comes right around the screen to the top of the key, gets to the free throw line. His pass got tipped, turnover. Southern Utah the other way. Ford pestering, trying to get it back, and Healy able to get to the cup and lay it in. And that's a guy making a mistake and trying to do too much to atone for it. Just get back in front of your man. You don't need to take it right back. Frustration there. And it's back to a single possession game. Montana State leading 56-53. 13 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the ball game. Fuller out on the right wing. Goes over to McMahon on the left side. McMahon to the free throw line, pulls up. The shot's no good, but they call a foul. An illegal screen on Caleb Fuller, his 3rd. Southern Utah basketball. Darius Brown back into the game. Robert Ford to the bench. Cats have led by 12 twice. They also led by 14 after hitting that first bucket in the second half. They led by 12 early, gave that lead up after the shameful flagrant 2 against Bello. And then came back, took a 12-point lead at half, hit the first bucket in the second half. And they've led since. The lead cut to 3. Southern Utah with the ball. Brown driving down low, Barnes rather. Out to Butler, then to the top. Here's Healy into the lane. Has to kick it out. Jones has it against Battle. Tries a contested three, airballed it too strong. Picked up by Southern Utah, 9 to shoot. Falah gets rid of it to Healy, pumps the three, moves left, 5 to shoot, whistle. And a foul on Southern Utah. Falah called for it. Or no, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. I called 3 seconds, not a foul. So Falah never got out of the lane. Montana State basketball leading 56-53, 13 minutes to go in the game. Big possession here for the Cats. McMahon out to the left wing. Bounce pass into the post left block. Lekalat backing down. Gets into the lane. Goes up with the right hand on the right side. Misses the layup. And the rebound grabbed by Southern Utah. Healy on the right wing. Backing it out on the right sideline. Moves left to the free throw line. Nearly had to take it away. Out to Butler. Open for three. Yes. Butler puts in the three. Battle bailed out trying to get the steal. Almost had it. That's what it costs you. That's the risk. And we got a tie game after the three ball by Harrison Butler. 56 all. Battle trying to respond. Misses a contested left wing three. Low percentage shot. And a rebound for Southern Utah. Chance to take the lead. Jones on the drive. Into the lane. Going to the cup. Righty layup. That's good. 11 for Tavion Jones. And a timeout called by the Bobcats, or without Jabril Bello due to the flagrant two. Southern Utah has erased a pair of double-digit deficits to take a 58-56 lead again. 12 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the first half. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position in a moment. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
Same time by Warrior Bucket Ladder with the Firehouse Sub out today. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
This game is brought to you by the Montana State Fund, covering Montana's workers with workplace comp and workers' comp and safety know-how. Workplace safety, you're naked without it. More at safemt.com. Montana State trailing 58-56 against Southern Utah. Just over 12 minutes to go in the second half. Cats have the basketball moving from left to right. They had a 12-point lead. That got erased. They built back up a 14-point lead. That's been erased, and Montana State's down 2 with the ball to our right. Brown out to the right wing, draws a hand check foul, charged to Cameron Healy, his first. Join Champs New Kids Club, presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $25 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/Champs Kids Club. We'll take another break. Our under 12 media timeout, 11:57 to play in the ball game. Montana State with the ball down, 58-56. This is Bobcat basketball, presented by Learfield. Montana State basketball trailing 58-56 against Southern Utah. 11:57 to go in the ball game. We're sitting at our First Interstate Bank broadcast position up above America First Credit Union Stadium, or arena rather. Montana State will inbound from the right sideline. Raekwon Battle will have the basketball. He's joined on the floor along with Fuller, Osobor, Darius Brown, who's been tremendous today, and Patrick McMahon. Battle inbounds to Brown, who's got 15 points today on 6 of 8 shooting. Works his way up to the top of the key. Drives into the elbow, now gets down to the left block, picks up the dribble, pivoting, and lobs it back out beyond the arc with 10 to shoot. Fuller back to Brown, 7 to shoot. Brown to the top 6, comes left around to screen 5, accelerates to the cup, going to the rack, layup, no, offensive rebound. Osobor up to the top, around to Battle, right wing 3, no, right at the end of the shot clock, and Southern Utah has the rebound. Out to the top, Healy has it. Dribbling near the top of the key. Lob into the post, back out to the right wing. And then a foul as Jones and McMahon were battling for position. Patrick McMahon charged with his 3rd foul. Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza. Bridger Brewing, cheers to every adventure being better than the last. Southern Utah up 58-56, 11:20 to go in the ball game. Inbounds pass, down to the left block. Barnes goes up, got blocked by Raekwon Battle, but able to recover the basketball. Still Thunderbird ball. Barnes down low, and then a foul away from the ball as Osobor and Falah were fighting for positioning, and great Osobor has been hit with 4 fouls. So Jabril Bello is out of the game with the disgraceful flagrant 2. Great Osobor has to take a seat here with just over 11 minutes to go with 4 personal fouls now. 7th team foul on the Cats, so free throws the rest of the way for Southern Utah. Falah, only 44% from the stripe this year. This front end is no good. Long rebound, and Raekwon Battle able to snag it with that long wingspan. Montana State into the front court. Brown around a screen, weaves into the lane, hands off underneath. Fuller gets down to the left block and floats it home with the right hand. Tough finish, good patience by Caleb Fuller, and more terrific vision by Darius Brown inside. See if they give him the assist for that. May not. Either way, he's got 4 today. Healy to the free throw line. Fall away Jay. Front iron no good. Montana State the rebound. This game is tied at 58 after that last Fuller bucket. Cats have the ball back with 10:40 to play in the ball game. Montana State another dogfight with Southern Utah. What's new? Battle out on the right elbow. Face it up. Into the post, Lekolot. Got bumped, makes the catch. Goes up anyway, lays it good off the glass. That's a blue-collar bucket by Sam Lekolot. His first. Long pass ahead. Barnes drives the baseline. Jump at. Wow, I thought that was he jumped up and had no dribble. That should have been a travel, but the Cats get the stop. Lekolot the other way in transition, lays it up, blocked and fouled. Nicely done by Lekolot, driving hard to the rack. And that will get Sam Lekolot to the line for 2. Real Milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. Lekolot to the line. 89% there this season. The first is good. He is now 9 for 10 on the year. First 3 points for Lekolot. Scored 8 points against Middle Tennessee last time out, going 3 for 5. Did not hit a 3-point field goal in that tournament, went 0 for 4. That certainly is a part of his game. Next shot is up. Rimming, no. Splits the pair. First missed free throw of the day by Montana State. They're 7 of 8. Cats lead at 61-58. 10 minutes to play in the game. Jump pass over the left sidelines. The Cats go into a zone, start trappling around the half-court line. Back over to the right side. Allen into the mid-post. Had it knocked free, and they called a foul. Sam Lekolot picking up his second, coming in from behind. Must have caught the forearm, and that'll put Drake Allen at the line for a 1-and-1. Town Pump is a proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild series between Montana State and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump. First free throw by Drake Allen is good. He had 2 points in the first half, but he's starting to get going now. Give him 10 total today. Averages 8 a game. Next free throw is good. He's got 11. Montana State's lead cut to 1. Cats 61, Southern Utah 60. 9:58 to go in the game. More man-to-man press. The Cats able to break it cleanly this time. Darius Brown across the half-court line. 15 points, 4 assists today. A steal and 3 rebounds from Brown. Cats trying to make up for the loss of Jabril Bello. Out to the left wing. Brown back to Battle, still beyond the arc. Has a lefty dribble. Moves his way to his right. Still beyond the perimeter. 8 to shoot. Given to Brown near the half-court line. Gets a screen, goes left. 5. Brown into the lane and drew the foul. Allen kind of hooked him with that right leg. Jake Allen's first foul. Good job by Brown, kind of feeling that pressure going into it. He had his arms up, but you could see him use his right leg kind of wrapping around Darius Brown. Relatively easy call for the officials. And Brown will get to the line for a 1-and-1. That was the 7th foul. And the free throw is good. Darius Brown, 16 points today. So he's starting to find his rhythm. He had 16 assists in the last game against Middle Tennessee. Now he's got 16 points today, looking for number 17. This shot is good. Darius Brown, 17 today. Those 2 free throws, his first points in the second half. Cats up 63-60. 9:25 to go in the ball game. Butler on the left wing, bounce pass to Allen on the right wing. Moves his way around the perimeter along that right sideline, then comes back to the top. Cats in a zone, pass tipped, and it's loose. Battle saves it. Great work. Battle had the tip and the steal. Cats with the ball in a 3-point lead. Brown out of the left wing. Bounce into the post, left block. Here's Fuller, backing down against Allen. Turns, lefty. No! They called a charge. Atrocious call. Allen was backing up. His feet were moving. He was in the restricted area. He was not set. That is not a charge. That is not the call. That is not how you officiate Division I basketball. A shameful, embarrassing call again on Caleb Fuller. Allen was moving his feet. He was in the restricted area. He was never set in any way, shape, or form. The officials are talking about it now, and they've given Caleb Fuller the foul. That is, again, an absolutely disgraceful call. Did they take this off? Man. So what are we doing here? So now they've called the flop. Did they call the flop? They did. Okay, they reversed that. They initially called that an offensive foul. They have changed that, and they have called a foul on Drake Allen. Thank goodness. So second foul on Allen. Caleb Fuller is going to the line. Wow, I could not believe they initially called that an offensive foul, and Fuller puts in the front end. As we were saying, that shouldn't be a foul, and it wasn't. So let's give the refs credit. They made the right call. They got together. They changed that call. Back to work. Cats up by 4. Fuller at the line. Next shot is up. That is good. Fuller puts them both in. Nicely done by Caleb Fuller. Cats have been terrific at the free throw line today. Montana State back up 65-60. 8:56 to go in the ballgame. From the right wing, way deep 3. That's good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Harrison Butler fielded it. He's only 27% from downtown. He's got 2 threes in the second half. Montana State's lead cut to a single possession. 8:40 to go in the second half. Montana State up 65-63 against Southern Utah. Lekelot at the top. Hands off for Battle. Works his way at the top of the key. Back into Lekelot. Into the post on the left side. Here's Fuller backing down. Working on Barnes. Banging shoulders. Turns. Righty hook from the middle of the lane is through. Caleb Fuller going to work. And a technical foul on Montana State. Who are they calling this on? It was after the bucket. They have called a technical foul on Montana State. I don't see who they pointed to. So a technical foul on Montana State. It is charged to Caleb Fuller. So a T on Fuller. And I guess we'll see. So 2 free throws here for Jones. See if I can get a replay here. First free throw is good by Jones. And he will have 1 more. Wow, I have no idea what they call. I just watched the replay. I didn't see Fuller talk to anybody. I didn't see Fuller say anything to anybody. He didn't touch anybody. That I don't no idea what they called that technical on. He literally did not look at anybody at all whatsoever. I just watched the replay. He didn't say anything to anybody, and they've given Caleb Fuller a technical foul. You know, I don't know if you know this, but people show up to a basketball game to watch basketball, not officiating. Cats lead at 67-65 after the free throws from Jones. Southern Utah with the basketball. Jones into the lane, pulls up mid-post, a high arcing jumper, in and out. Ooh, that was halfway down. Cats have the rebound. 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Montana State up by 2. Brown to the left elbow, out to Leckel at the top. Back to Brown near the half-court line. Montana State running uphill all day, but they've still got a 2-point lead somehow, some way. Brown on the left wing, going to the rack, lays it up, got blocked from behind. Out of bounds, still Montana State basketball with 11 seconds on the shot clock. A resilient performance by Montana State. They've given up 2 double-digit leads today. And we will go to a break. Danny Sprinkle's livid. I can't believe he's staying in this game. He's getting into the officials' ear now, and for good reason. Caleb Fuller got a technical against him. I watched the replay. There was absolutely nothing there. So Fuller has a technical. Jabril Bello had a shameful flagrant 2 called against him. He's been ejected, and yet against Southern Utah and 3 officials, and now the official going over and talking to Sprinkle. Just walk away, official. There's no need for the official to go talk to Sprinkle. Walk away. You need to diffuse the situation. Sprinkle is the coach. Walk away if you are an official. You have no business walking into a team's huddle like that. That is not something an official should be doing. Get out of a team's huddle. This is getting messy. Cats have a lead. We'll take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State 67, Southern Utah 65, 7:48 to go in the ball game. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. Montana State basketball, 11 to shoot, leading 67-65 with 7:45 to go in the game. 6 to shoot. Darius Brown on the left wing. 4 out to the top. Leckelot lets the 3 fly. That's off the front iron. No good. And Southern Utah has the basketball. Dang Dutt out to the right wing. Bounce into the right corner. Pass tipped. Recovered. And a foul on Raekwon Battle. Yep, he gave a light little bump. Good call. It's his third. Just slightly over-aggressive. 1% too much. That's okay. It's all right. Man, funky day. A disgusting flagrant 2 called on Jabril Bello that shouldn't have been called. Caleb Fuller called for a silent technical. Then the official that called it walked into the Montana State bench while they were getting ready to huddle up during a timeout and continued to go back and forth with Danny Sprinkle as Dang Dutt puts in his first point of the season. Man, hopefully this is the type of game the Cats can pull out, and it's the type of game that they can kind of really rally around. Next shot is up and good. Montana State and Southern Utah tied after the 2 free throws, 67 all, 7.5 to play in the game. No Jabril Bello. Cats and Thunderbirds in another classic battle today. Montana State at the end of an 8-game road trip, trying to snap a 3-game skid. McMahon hands it off. Battle throws it around to the left wing. Brown works his way right, still beyond the arc, crosses over to the elbow and hands it off. McMahon has it. Step back, left elbow, Jay in the air. No, missed it left. Rebound won by Southern Utah. And now Southern Utah has a chance to take the lead. Here's a drive by Butler. Got it taken away. Patrick McMahon and Sam Leckalot on the defense. Montana State into the front court. Given to Brown. Around to the right corner, Raekwon Battle. Battle's got 14 today. Darius Brown has a game-high 17. Has the dribble at the top of the key. Brown to Leckalot. Wide open right wing three. No, that's short. It came up short. Leckalot missed it. And Southern Utah has the ball in a tie game. 67 points apiece. 6:30 to go in the ball game. And a whistle and a stoppage. Did they call timeout? He put his hands up. He did not signal a timeout. Oh, we got blood. We got a cut on one of the Thunderbirds players. Do we? Well, he's not getting attention. Butler, yeah, okay. So, yeah, we got some blood on the jersey of Harrison Butler. 67 all. 6 minutes, 29 seconds left in this ball game. Credit Danny Sprinkle for finding a way to stay in this game and not pick up a technical in a tie game. He's had plenty of reason to. Keeping a cool head, which has not been easy. It's Montana State and Southern Utah on a hard-fought battle here. So Butler good to go. And Southern Utah will inbound on the right sideline with 21 seconds on the shot clock. 6 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the game. Cats and Thunderbirds tied at 67. 30th all-time meeting between these two teams. Montana State is up 23-6 in the all-time series. Butler on the right wing, doubled, fires into the post. Spurgeon, righty layup, good and one on McMahon. Foul on McMahon, Spurgeon able to finish. Southern Utah takes the lead, up 69-67. Cats have been without Jabril Bello since about the 6-minute mark of the first half. This free throw is up. That is no good. Unable to complete the three-point play. Montana State basketball. Patterson has it at the top. And now we've got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. This will be charged on Southern Utah, given to Spurgeon. That's his fourth foul. Leckalot to the line. His free throw on the front end is no good. Only the second miss of the day for the Cats. They're 11 of 13 from the free throw line, but they missed the front end of the 1-and-1. 69-67. Southern Utah in front. 6 minutes to go in the game. Ball moved around the perimeter. Here's Jones, right wing three. No, they called a foul on Tyler Patterson. Must have been a light bump. Didn't quite see it as I was following the ball with my eyes. Tyler Patterson hit for the foul. His second. Tavion Jones going to the line. He's got 11 today. In his last game, he had 24, but 13 of them came in the 2 overtime periods in the win against Sac State. One of 4 games that Southern Utah has against their former Big Sky opponents. Free throw is good. He's got 12 with one more free throw coming. 3-point game, Southern Utah in front. Montana State's won 4 straight in this all-time series, including the Big Sky Conference regular season championship clinching game last year. Second of the 3 is no good. One more due for Tavion Jones, who was fouled on the 3-point field goal attempt by Tyler Patterson. 4 fouls for Fuller, McMahon, and Osibor today. Jones with the third. That's good. Puts in 2 of 3. Montana State down 71-67. 5:50 remaining in the ball game. Montana State has led for a majority of this game. They've given up 2 separate double-digits leads of 12 and 14 points. Out to the top, McMahon. Giving a Battle off a screen. Triggers the right wing 3. Bring it up. Raekwon Battle from 3 on the right wing again. He's got 17. Montana State back to within 1. Cats are 11 of 21 from three. All three-point field goals from Wendy's. Out over to the right wing, Dutt works his way to the elbow, kicks to Jones. Tries the left wing three response. That's good. Nothing but the bottom of the net from Travion Jones. Montana State back down by 4. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the game. A fairly small crowd is getting loud now. I mean, it's probably less than 50% filled up in here, but they're making their presence felt. McMahon on the drive from the top, into the lane, floats it up. That is short, whistle, charge. Spurgeon was there, just in front of the restricted area, and McMahon has fouled out of this ball game. Good call. Montana State missing Jabril Bello. Played only 8 minutes today before the flagrant 2. McMahon takes a seat. Cats becoming more and more shorthanded, down 74-70. Nick Gazalus into the game, along with Battle, Brown, Lekalot, and Patterson. A timeout called by Montana State. This will take us to a break as well. 4:55. Are we going to the break? No, we're not. No media. No media. 4:55 to go in the game. Southern Utah up 74-70. Man, what a fight this thing has been today. Montana State led by 12 early. Then they started turning the ball over. Southern Utah came back and able to take the lead shortly after the flagrant 2 against Jabril Bello. Cats built back up a 12-point lead at half. Had a 14-point lead early in the second half. They have given that up, and they trail 74-70. With 4:55 remaining in the game. Southern Utah shooting 68% from the field in the second half, and they have eaten up from downtown. The Thunderbirds are 4 of 5 from the three-point line in the second half today. Southern Utah ball. They will go the length of the floor from right to left. Patrick McMahon is fouled out. Jabril Bello has been ejected. Asabor has 4 fouls. Caleb Fuller has 4 fouls after a phantom technical. Deng Dutt in his first game of the year, coming back from a broken thumb, has the dribble at the top. Throws it over to the right wing. Healy bounces back to Dutt. Back over to the right wing, Healy. Passing it around the perimeter here. Dutt has the bounce to his right. Throws back out to the left wing. Fawcett for 3. Short. Cats have the rebound. Montana State ball down 4. 4 minutes, 28 seconds to go in the game. Brown with the dribble to the right elbow. Given to Gazalus at the top. Back to Brown. Holding the ball at his left hip. Waits for the screen. Moves left around it. Gets to the elbow. Pulls up. The jumper. Swirling out. Oh, that went around the rim 3 times and fell off. Tough break for Brown. Man, that was a heck of a shot. Under 4 minutes to go. That went around the rim like 3 times. Southern Utah with the ball. Fawcett, topside 3, short, and Montana State has the rebound. Montana State going from left to right. Fuller and Asabor ready to check in with 4 personal fouls apiece. Battle, topside 3, book it. Raekwon Battle from the top of the key puts home the 3 ball. He's got 20 again. Cats down 1. 3.5 to play. Southern Utah with the ball. Out of the right elbow. Handoff at the top for Jones. Steps to his right against Battle. Try to drive. Gets down to the right block. Pump fake. Fall away Jay. Got it to go. Wow, what a finish by Tavion Jones. And now a technical on Tavion Jones, arguing the no call. Wow. They've now called a technical on Tavion Jones, arguing the no call, his second. Man, oh man. What a game. And that'll take us to immediate timeout. A game like any other tonight. Cats down 76-73. 3:15 to go in the ball game. Cats have some technical free throws coming up. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. I know they work hard. They do their best, but not what we're looking for today. And now the officials are going to the monitor. Congrats to Danny Sprinkle for not yet getting a technical. He just shoved Raekwon Battle, trying to show what the offensive foul should have been called. Now the official goes up and has a few things to say to Danny again. The same official that called the phantom technical on Fuller today, and then comes back. That time it was not a contentious conversation. So the officials are looking at the monitor here. And I'm not 100% sure what they are taking a look at. Also, congrats to the women's side. They have won today. They defeat South Dakota State 71-66. South Dakota State had already taken down a top 10 team of the nation in Louisville earlier this year. And so Montana State women get a win at home. Nicely done. Darian White had 16 in the ball game. Montana State trailing 78-76, 2:34 remaining in the game. The officials have finished a review. We do not get word on what the review was. And free throws are coming for Tavion Jones. At Montana's Ribbon Shop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. All right, free throws here for Southern Utah. Trying to complete a three-point play. The shot is up and good. Montana State down 3 with the ball. 2:34 to go in the ball game. Only a few possessions left. Out of the left wing. Brown has the dribble. He had 15 points in the first half. To Osobor, hands off for Battle off a screen. Triggers a topside three. Book it. Raekwon Battle for 3. He's tied the game. 24 points from Raekwon Battle. 79 all. Just over 2 minutes to go. What a star Raekwon Battle is. Down into the baseline on the right side. Butler backing down, gets underneath, puts up a contested right-handed shot, no good, and Osobor has the rebound. Got to be careful. Fuller, Battle, Osobor, all with 4 personal fouls. Cats try to take the lead back. Under 2 minutes to go. 79 all in an offensive battle. No Jabril Bello since the first half. Out to the right wing. Osobor into the lane on the right block. He's backing down on Spurgeon. Spins left shoulder. Righty hook shot. Got it to go. Great Osobor able to finish on the right side. He's got 14. Montana State back in front on the Osobor bucket. 81-79. 1:28 to go. Spurgeon at the top. Hands off to Healy. Turns the corner into the mid-post. Working on Gonzalez. Nowhere to go. In amongst the trees. Got blocked. We got a whistle. No! They called a foul on Gonzalez. That is not a foul. He hit all ball. The official was down on the right sideline, and all Danny Sprinkle can do is put his palms to the sky and shake his head. He got all ball. You could see it. There was no contact underneath. That is not a foul. The official is going to the monitor here now. Man, oh man, I have never seen as poorly officiated game as I have seen today. And I know these officials work hard. They travel all over. They have a grueling travel schedule as well. So the officials are looking at the monitor right now. But, I mean, we need something held to account here because this is taken away from the game. This is affecting people's livelihoods. And fans pay money to come here and watch basketball. And the game has been absolutely shoved off course by the way the officials have claimed they have seen this game. Nick Gonzalez had a clean block. It was a clean block. Man, shake your head. Cats just trying to Army crawl through it today. 2 free throws here for Cameron Healy with a chance to tie the game. Came in 2 for 2 from the stripe this year. He's overall 4 for 4. The first free throw is good. 1-point game. And the governing body of officials needs to look at this game. Have you shaking your head for a long time. To tie the game, Healy at the stripe with 1:19 left. This shot is up. This shot is good. 81 all. Montana State with a basketball. They move from left to right. Raekwon Battle's been a star, 24 points. Darius Brown has been a rock, 17 points. Osobor has it, hands it off for Battle, turns the corner, double teamed, and still buries that bucket from the right elbow. He had 4 hands in his face, and he says, I don't care. He gives the Cats the lead. They're up 83-81. Under a minute to go. Dutt into the lane. Working on Gonzalez. Scoop shot up, no good. Loose ball. Spurgeon has it. Spins. Righty hook. Got it. Tied. 83 points apiece. Todd Simon, the head coach, flapping his hands in the air, trying to get this crowd up to their feet. They race now. 16-second differential between the shot and game clock. Cats basketball tied at 83. Brown to the left sideline. The Cats will use a timeout. Timeout Montana. Montana State. My apologies. Montana State. This timeout presented by Prime Lending. Home loans made simple. All right, here's the situation. No Jabril Bello. He was ejected on a phantom flagrant 2. Patrick McMahon has fouled out. Raekwon Battle, Caleb Fuller, Great Osobor, all playing with 4 personal fouls today. Raekwon Battle has been absolutely unconscious in the second half, but an offensive rebound has led to the game-tying bucket for Southern Utah. And now Montana State has used a timeout with 29 seconds to go, 13 seconds on the shot clock. And they'll get the opportunity here. Raekwon Battle, 26 points. Great Osobor getting a couple of buckets in here. Battle's hit a couple of threes late. He had 8 points in the first half, and he's got 26 total now. Where would the Cats be without the transfer from Washington? What an impressive and just wonderful player to watch. Terrific young man as well. And he has put on another show today. And he's got this game tied at 83 without the preseason MVP Jabril Bello, who got ejected with about 6.5 minutes to go in the first half for a flagrant 2 that will hopefully be looked at after this game. 83 all. You know they're going to do their best to get it into Battle's hands. Now, when the game was close late against Middle Tennessee, last time out they went to Bello, but they did not go that way. Darius Brown's had a hot hand, but hasn't hit a bucket in a while, just hasn't needed to take many shots. Everybody rising to their feet now. Nick Gonzalez will inbound to the left sideline. Tie game. Inbounds pass deep into the backcourt for Brown. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 25 seconds left in the game. Brown at the top looking for Battle. Comes left around a screen with 6. Gives it to Osobor on the elbow 4. Out to Battle 3. Got to take a shot here 2. Battle lets it fly. Contested 3. That's short. Caught the rebound or rim. No good. And Southern Utah has the rebound. Shot clock off. 10 seconds left. And Southern Utah has called a timeout. Timeout Southern Utah. I believe it was Utah. Yeah. All right, so Cats just never really got into their offensive set there. Raekwon Battle, low percentage right wing 3. Did catch the rim to reset the clock. They got the rebound, and Southern Utah now can draw it up with 11 seconds to go. And another classic battle today between Montana State and Southern Utah. This place gets loud. It's not a huge arena, only seats about 5,300. But it is perfect for this atmosphere and environment. Low ceiling, kind of a flat low ceiling, so really traps the sound. Probably about 50% full today. I'd give it maybe 23 to 2,500 fans here. And they are loud today. Southern Utah will draw up their play. We'll see where they're inbounding this from in the backcourt. Could be a fairly difficult area to inbound this with 11 seconds to go in the ball game, and it's tied at 83. Southern Utah has used a timeout. And Montana State coming out now. All right, here we go. Boy, what a road trip. 4 incredibly close dogfight-style games. And Southern Utah will inbound on the right sideline in the backcourt, going from right to left. Spurgeon will inbound. Dang Dutt will receive it. 11 seconds left, tie game, Southern Utah ball. Into Dutt. Picks it up in the backcourt. Across the half-court line with 8. Out to the right wing, 7. His pass tip. Raekwon Battle has it. He's going to the cup. Finger roll. Good and 1. Raekwon Battle steals it in the backcourt. He goes the length of the floor and he lays it in with 3.5 seconds left, and he's giving the Cats the lead. What a performance by Raekwon Battle, clapping his hands, and he's going to the line with a chance for a 3-point play. Battle tips it and goes the other way, and he got fouled as he finished with a finger roll on the other side. That's how you rise up. That's how you overcome. And Raekwon Battle elevating the Bobcats to a 2-point lead. 3.5 seconds to go. The free throw is good. 3-point game. Southern Utah will inbound. They have not called a timeout. And they're going to go the length of the floor, down 3. They need a 3 to tie. Inbound to Dutt. 3 seconds. 3-quarter court heave. No! Ball game over. Cats win it. They overcome a flagrant against Jabril Bello. They overcome the technical against Caleb Fuller. And Raekwon Battle puts up the game-winning bucket off the steal. He finishes with 29 points. And the Cats have won this ball game on the road against Southern Utah. They beat the Thunderbirds. They overcome the officiating, and they put together one of the most resilient performances I have ever witnessed. What a shocking win by Montana State, and they take down Southern Utah 86-83. We're taking a break. Montana State wins it. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.